Alright, here we are on the Ascension climb with the Silent. It is now... Sorry, what? Ascender's Bane on Ascension 5? Perhaps there are only 10 levels of Ascension? We will see. Right, so options. Colourless. Let's just check and make sure that Ascender's Bane does the same thing. Yeah, so it is it is ethereal. Cool. Right, so we can take a colourless card. We can gain 1 card reward and get a random potion. Interesting. Silver Crucible, the first 3 card rewards you see are upgraded, but the first chest is empty. That is interesting, and I think a fair trade. I'm going to do that. Okay, so we want our 3 card rewards for sure, so we're going to go this way. Let's just mark them up. I think I'd earmarked this as a potential good path. The only downside is there's only 1 point where we can bail and skip 1 elite. So we could go this way or this way, right? Yeah, and miss this as an optional one. But yeah, generally speaking, I think I like going that way. So let's see how we go. Let's do it. Right, it's the Nibbit. So Nibbit attacks for 12. First attack. Yep, just strike defend. Fairly straightforward fights these, I found. Particularly on these lower Ascension levels. I think we will just full block here. Okay, we're not quite killing, so we'll take 1. But that should be it now, although there's 2 block cards in the draw pile. We get there absolutely fine. So, our upgraded cards, options, dodge and roll, pounce, which I found to be pretty decent. Yeah, it's a good upgrade as well, actually. 6 extra damage. Or Noxious Fumes, classic poisonous card. I'm going to take the pounce. Okay, so Birdonis Nest. He's put an enormous shambling beast. Okay, I remember this. Chase off an injured green bird in the alcove. Yeah, so this is a 0 cost attack. Can't remember what it's like. It's quite a big 0 cost attack, so I think I am going to take it, especially given that I've got 2 guaranteed upgrades card rewards. So essentially I'd be upgrading a starter card at this rest site. And instead we can hatch this card. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so pounce, 18 damage to play our free skill. Let's hit these. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so playing the neutralize on this guy rather than this guy, because 1 strike will kill this one and the neutralize doesn't on its own, so definitely worth doing there. The leaf slime remains. Intends to put 2 slimes in our deck. How nasty. Okay, we just need to draw the pounce again, really. Okay. Pretty straightforward fight. And there we go. Okay, we could take a second pounce. This is a bit funny. Flick Flack is decent for sly builds. I don't think we want a second pounce, right? Fighting Phantom. Phantom is the one that has like a variation of intangible at the start, where they don't take damage from the first like 9 times or something, or 10 times. Let's take the Flick Flack. I think it's pretty decent. Potentially get into a Sly build. Okay, the Shrinker Beetle is coming for us. Yeah, but Drawing Pounce will do it for us, I believe. Very nice. Okay, so we've got more Sly sort of cards here, and a Sly enabler in Acrobatics. Interestingly, all these cards work with the Pounce, and so it's actually not so bad, I think, to take either of these two. Like I'd automatically be thinking, how are we going to enable the Sly and taking the Acrobatics? But because we've got the Pounce as well, we can just play these for free. So I'm going to take the Haze and see how we get on from there. Right, we're going to hatch this Birdonis egg. Yeah, a 0 cost 14 attack. Seems pretty nice. And lo and behold, we are fighting the Birdonis. Oh, I totally forgot we get this bird pip, the little bird that follows us around as well. It's really funny. Okay, yeah, let's just do it like this. This one is sort of like a damage race, I think, from what I've gathered so far. Yeah, it is pretty much they gain strength fairly consistently, so you need to essentially win the fight quickly, because these multi-attacks will start to get a little bit out of hand. Yeah, we're taking a bit of damage here, but that's the win. Okay, cool. So, excellent. We actually get our first potion. Vulnerable potion is going to be really nice for this next elite. Mummified Hand, though we haven't got any powers yet. It means whenever we play a power, a random hand is 0 cost. Okay, so we can actually take a power, but unfortunately it's a power that doesn't do anything for us at the moment, because we haven't got any Shiv creating cards, and this doesn't actually give Shivs on its own. Shivs gain Retain, and the first Shiv played each turn deals an additional 9 or 12 damage upgraded. We could remedy that by taking Up My Sleeve. I do feel like we've lent a little bit into Sly. We've got these two Sly cards, so we really want to see draw discard. Although Up My Sleeve isn't too bad. Deflect just isn't good enough at the moment. Deflect becomes a lot better when you've got at least one of two things: lots of card draw or dexterity, and we don't have either at the moment, so I'm going to leave all of those. Alright, the Cubics Construct. Can't remember too much about this enemy. I don't think we've faced it very often yet. It's going to use a buff this turn, but it's not going to bother us too much. Is this turn? So can we carry this over? Oh, that's excellent. So Pounce can carry over, and that's much better, because we get to play this Sly card for free, and more importantly, because of that, win the fight, because we wouldn't have had enough damage. So Pounce has become a much sought after card for me now. If the skill it plays carries over. We can take Accelerant. I think given that we've got this Haze is reasonably good, and also given that we've got Mummified Hand, it being a power, and I have honestly found this to be a particularly yeah, crazy upgrade, like the poison triggering 3 times. So essentially, if we've got that in play and we play Haze, they take 6, then 5, then 4, so they're taking 15 damage. And that's all of them, because this applies to all. So, yeah, taking the accelerant for sure. Okay, so the frog parasite, when they lose their HP, they split into 4 smaller versions. It's very similar to Slime Boss, this frog parasite is. But then there again, just Pounce Haze combo working very, very nicely for us. So we're just going to block and yeah, deal a little bit more damage. Okay, so Bird Swoop just kills them, and then we can actually put these attacks into one of these guys, and we can actually kill one of them immediately. Yeah, so once they split, it's just about focusing one down at a time as best you can. Somewhat lucky here, or lucky or unlucky, that we've got these, so we are going to take 6 from these 2 status cards. So we'll just aim to kill the Wriggler. The front Wriggler that was attacking us, these 2 not attacking us, but they will be next turn. Cool, okay, so we're just going to have to block. But luckily, because we drew the Survivor, we can full block. Yep. And I think that's going to be this fight pretty much done. Yeah, we got the Bird Swoop. Okay, we get a Strength Potion. We see the Stone Cracker. At the start of boss combats, upgrade 3 random cards in your draw pile for the rest of combat. It's not too bad. So we've got 2 reasonably good options here. We've got the Reflex, which is another Sly card, which I think we probably can take. We could also take this Snakebite though. Again, all of these are really good cards with the Pounce. So, yeah, it's just, do we want more poison damage? Which probably do with the accelerant, right? But we could have taken this Reflex. The nice thing about this Snakebite is, even though the poison on it isn't very good, like, apply 7 poison for 2, its sort of energy economy is quite a lot. Pounce makes it better. Accelerant Mummy Hand makes it better. I think that's what we're going to go with. So let's go take the Stone Cracker. It's the first time I've received this uncommon relic. Right, this chest is going to be empty, unfortunately. Yeah, because of our Silver Crucible. But I think it was well worth it for these 3 upgraded cards that we got out of this. So at this point, we've got a decision. Do we want to try and take the extra elite? With an immediate fire. The problem I've got is we are quite low on HP. Like, it's been a pretty decent run so far, but I think we need to play a little bit cautiously here. And just avoid this the 4th elite it would be. So we're going to go this way. Right, so this one I think we need to try and kill this Slithering Strangler as quickly as possible. So I'm actually going to focus in on them rather than the Snapping Jackfruit first. From what I remember, this is the more dangerous of the 2 enemies, yes, because it applies the Constrict. So now, once it's dead, yeah, when it's still alive. So I'm not going to take this 3 damage. Although actually, no, maybe I will, because it's going to trigger first unless I attack him. Okay, I think it probably will trigger first. If I remember rightly, this will trigger. Well, let's find out. Yes, it does. Okay, so it's important to note I lost 3 HP and I didn't need to. But, you know, I think we made the right choice in attacking that guy first. Unfortunately, we just have. Excuse me. We took damage and we didn't need to. Clarity Extract is an excellent potion. And I think I'm going to swap it out for the Strength Potion here. Okay, Prepared is also good for the Sly cards that we've picked up. Just as an enabler. Right, so we get a shop we weren't expecting. Just going to take a little drink. Alright, sorry about that. So the unexpected shop has for us. It's got Calculated Gamble, which has seen a significant change in the way that it works. It will always exhaust now, but the upgraded version can be retained. So that's a pretty good card for us. Potentially, with Flick Flack Haze in mind. Speedster I found to be decent if you have got a lot of card draw, but you need to have quite a lot of card draw before you before it becomes good. I mean, you can definitely take it before you've got a lot of card draw, but we really don't have that much. In terms of actual card draw during the turn, we've just got the one prepared, so I don't think that that is going to be an option for us. What I do think I'm going to do, though, is remove a card, and we could even consider just saving our money to remove another card at the next job. So I'm going to remove a strike. I don't really want to pay for a Calculated Gamble. If I saw one in card rewards, I would take it, I think. Murder, I haven't actually got a chance to play with this card yet, but I think it can be really good. I think the problem I've got with this, though, is that it deals 1 damage, deals an additional 1 damage for each card drawn this combat. Again, you need lots of card draw, so not potential. Anyway, missing out on the Vambrace. First time you gain block from a card, it doubles. Missing out on Ornamental Fan and the Gnarled Hammer. Upon pickup, it enchant 3 attacks with Sharp, which increases its damage by 3. Okay, interesting. Equilibrium. Actually, this is a consideration, right? Just thinking about both our block density, of which we have sort of very much diluted it to the defense and the survivor, but also the retain is nice. We are sort of saying that we're not going to go to this shop, though, if we do this. I'm going to do it. Let's try out Equilibrium. It's a really good card for the defect previously. Now it's been moved into the colorless card pool. I'm going to upgrade the Accelerant, I think. Yeah, for the extra trigger. Okay, so the Bygone Effigy. Let's use Prepared and get Flick Flack on. Question is, do I want to play the strike now or just Equilibrium first? I think I'm going to use the draw potion, the Clarity Extract. Alright, so yeah, Accelerant. Oh, we get bonus play of this. I'm going to hold the Neutralize. So we are going to have a pretty much full hand. Unfortunate that we haven't drawn Pounce or Survivor for the Haze. But honestly, I think because we've already got Accelerant in play, we do just want to play this now. Okay, so 25 damage incoming. Right, we redrew the Haze, which is very, very nice. What we can actually do here is we can... Right, we can do this in a number of different ways, actually, can't we? No, if we're going to block for the maximum, we can only block for 13, which we do need to do, otherwise we will die. we're going to have to go pounce Survivor and trigger the Sly from Haze. And then block, we take 12. But this is going to be nearly dead because it's 9, then 8, then 7. So what's that? 16, 24. And then the same will trigger next turn or in a similar way. I think if we just Snake Bite, this will be enough. So Snake Bite, 13, 12, 11. Yeah, it's definitely going to be enough damage. Right, nice. Okay, so 12 gold. Just getting through on hit points wise. Flex Potion. Venerable Tea Set, Common Relic. So we start our first turn after. Recites with additional energy. Grand Finale, can only play with the no cards in your draw pile, do 50 down. Yep, so that plays exactly the same as previous. Gain block equal to poison on all enemies. We could take that. It's an interesting one. We could take Blur as another blocking option. I think I like the Blur here, actually. We're going to take an event. We are very low on HP, so let's hope we don't run into just a HP loss. Right, Aroma of Chaos. Upon trudging through a thick underbrush and making it into a clearing, you're hit with an unplaceable nostalgia. Floral scents, putrid decay, and something else entirely. The scent grows stronger with each step as you feel the world around you is warping and twisting. Overcome with a sense of shifting chaos, you begin to lose yourself. So we can transform or upgrade. So let go or maintain. So do we want to just transform a strike? I think upgrading prepared is reasonable. Yeah, I'm gonna transform a strike here. Let's see what we get. And it is another accelerant. Okay, so we know what sort of build we're going for now. And it is stack the poison. Gonna rest here, just to try and make sure, safeguard ourselves against getting through this end of the act boss. Right, so in we go. Okay, so those were the upgraded cards from the Stone Cracker. Defend, and I guess we've drawn two of them, the Equilibrium and the Bird Swoop got upgraded. So yeah, I think we're just going to play Equilibrium with the Haze. Might as well Snake Bite and Bird Swoop. Sorry, not with the Haze. Equilibrium Blur. Just realised what I said there. So let's just trigger the Haze with the Sly. Of course, they don't start losing their HP for quite some time. Okay, we're looking likely to be dead, thanks to the draw we have received here. Yeah, we're going to go into neutralize. So 20, so we're taking 15. Pounce, obviously only dealing 1. Play the defend. And it didn't really matter which card we played because they still only take 1 damage. Okay, so adding wounds into our pile as well. Right, let's play out the 2 accelerants. Yeah. It would have been better to not have drawn Equilibrium there, but we did, so it is what it is. Right, definitely need the poison to happen. Okay. Oh yeah, it triggers 4 times. Need to remember that. So we need to play both defense. In order to survive. It's currently taking 21. No, hold on. It's 8, 7, 6, and 5. So it's 24, is that right? No, 15 and 12. It's 27. So it takes 27. If we apply this, it goes to 15. So 15, 14, 13, and 12. 25 and 29. That's not going to be enough. But I think it will be next turn, because luckily the good thing about Snakebite is it has Retain. Yeah, I think just Snakebite. Oh, definitely with the Pounce now. Yeah, cool. Alright. Nice, through Act 1. Okay, so we get offered Storm of Steel and Grand Finale, which I just don't think are suitable for the type of deck we're going for. After Image, yeah, gaining a block and also being a power with Mummified Hand. I think we can take that. Yeah, definitely something that we want. So what we're looking for in Act 2 is a lot of card draw. Draw gets discard effect, so we want Acrobatics. We want probably another Prepared. Yeah. Now, we also need to be a little bit more conservative with our pathing, because we've healed to 56. And I do feel like now that we are in Act 2, things are going to get a little bit more challenging. See, I'd like to have looked at these 3 possible elites. But it might be better to err on the side of caution and just take elites after chests. So we'll clear the drawings again. Let's just think about this campfire and this campfire, and then we're fighting these 2 elites. Haven't really got a huge amount of gold, so we're not too bothered about going to a shop. We can obviously, we sort of option shop here if we wanted it on this route. We could go this way into this shop. We'd have, I mean, yeah, like 10 more gold than we've got now, basically. So, not very good. I don't think this path, I don't like the fact that we haven't got another rest and or upgrade option. There is this way as well, so we could fight this elite, campfire, this elite, campfire, and then there is an optional shop there. So what I'm thinking is that we head to this node, because from this node we can make a decision on which way we're going over this side. Yeah, because I think minimum I think still stands is that fighting 2 elites in each act is still sort of optimal, like it was in the first game. So we can take Pale's Flesh from the Melting Dragon, and that gives us an extra energy after from our 3rd turn and onwards. I like that, although as we've seen, I don't think, even though we've got a lot of high cost cards, Mummified Hand, the Sly, Pounce has helped us with energy a lot. Clone. Wow, okay, so we could put the word clone onto a card like, I mean, Accelerant. And then we can add a copy of it at rest sites. That is interesting. I mean, getting poison to trigger 5 times, 6 times, 7 times. So yeah, I mean, essentially that would mean that, yeah, if we getting it to trigger 6 times with the Sly, it's a lot of damage up front, right? And it's not even you're not even waiting very long. All right. And then we've also got Pale's Eye. We can the first time each combat you end your turn without playing any cards, exhaust your hand and take an extra turn. That is interesting. But I think it's very much a play around? I mean, it's sort of like a get out of jail free situation. So that might be actually really powerful. Say, like, you know, you're facing like a massive turn where you've just drawn your attack cards. I think this is the safe option. Just the guaranteed energy after your 3rd turn. Given that we've already got the Venerable Tea set helping with energy, it's a pretty safe option. Pale's Growth. The problem I've got with this is that we have to choose the card right now, and I don't know if that should be Accelerant, it should be Haze. The chances are it might have to be Prepared. But there's nothing to say that you can't upgrade it first. But that's the problem, is that we want ideally, I think you need to have it upgraded already, the card that you're looking at. So that would make me think, you know, Accelerant is a better option. Hey, an After Image might be better. Equilibrium might be better. Sorry, not Equilibrium. We don't want too many of those. But like After Image is a fine card to duplicate. But how many times do we actually want to duplicate said card? That's the question. I'm going to take the Pale's Flesh. I think that is just probably the safer option. And we'll start here with our 3 combats. Alright, so the Tunneler. 13 damage, so immediately Equilibrium looks pretty good. Interesting way to go about this. I mean, maybe we can just... Let's go Equilibrium Accelerant. If we're going to do that, we might as well play this first and see what it hits. Okay, so it hits the strike. Let's just play Equilibrium, play a strike, and then we can hopefully do some shenanigans next turn. Right, perfect. Let's do Prepared. Get some poison on him. I think I like going with Pounce into Snakebite, and then we can Flick Flack and neutralize. And if we play this, I think you're just gone. Yeah, cool. Right, nice. Very nice. So do we want Block Potion? I think we probably do, over the Flex Potion. We haven't got a huge amount of attacking potential, like we're not dealing damage with attacks. Accelerant and the 2 poison cards are the way in which we are dealing our damage. So we get 2 more potential poison cards offered. We could also pick up this Hand Trick, which adds the keyword Sly to a card in our hand. Another skill in our hand. Alright, which I have found this to be pretty good. It definitely has some utility. What I'm concerned about at the moment is we've only got really 2 ways of triggering Sly in Prepared and Survivor. So we would want more of those before we pick up that sort of card. I'm wondering if we just take Deadly Poison here. as a lower cost poison card. And that's probably enough poison, given that we've got 2 accelerants. Right, yeah, so here I think we can just survive the haze, and then we can play accelerant. Hits the blur, which is nice. And probably just put some more poison on. Yep, so that guy's going to be gone next turn. Right, yeah, so these guys have got this hard to kill buff, so they can only take 9 damage at a time. But yeah, we've certainly done enough. Okay, so Swift Potion probably better than Vulnerable Potion now. A second pounce. Second pounce. I think given that we've got like a number of skills, wait, we've got 3 skills that cost 2 or more. I think we can definitely consider this pounce now. Is it really necessary though? That's the question, because it's an extra card draw, and we're not drawing a lot of cards. Whereas we just really want to draw into the poison package, accelerants, and these 3 cards specifically. I think the sly element, we need more enablers, more card draw, discard effects like prepared. So I'm going to leave all of these. Predator is card draw, but once again, I think we've got, we've got our big attack in pounce. So in terms of upfront damage, and bird sweep also being a very, very good attack card option. Yeah, I'm just going to leave those. Continue on. Right, so the Obscura is next up. Let's just do the prepared first. Okay, it's fine. Let's get rid of a strike. Play the accelerant. Yeah, pounce, just bird swoop. Right, so pounce carrying over is fantastic for us here. So this one, yeah, it will revive every single turn unless you deal 17 damage to it. Sorry, kill it. It will keep coming back. So if we play the accelerant now, is it going to ensure this is an interaction between Pounce and Mummified Hand, right? We've got the power. These are all show 0 currently. Is it going to hit Flick Flack automatically? So it does. And we can play it like that. And then we can literally just play out our hand and block. Interesting interaction between Mummified Hand there. Right. So I think that probably with this hand our best option is just to put the Snakebite on the Parafight, unfortunately. Because that will kill it. Notice it's gained 3 strength along with the Obscura. Yeah, that is going to kill it this turn. And then we can just block the Obscura. A little bit concerned we don't have poison on the Obscura yet. Alright, we really would like this to hit Haze. In fact, we can force it to, right? If we go like this. But we do want to play it first, yeah. I think considering using the block potion here is not a bad thing. But I think we'll just play it like this so we can get all of the cards out. Oh, I should have strike. Yeah, I should have hit the Parafight with the strike, and we would not have be taking this damage. Alright, so we get through the fight anyway. But we took damage perhaps that we didn't really need to. Right, untouchable, another slide card. This one adds block. Once again, though, we need the draw effects more than the payoffs. We've got too many payoffs, not enough enablers. Realistically, I think if we take that. Right. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to go to this node so we can make our decision afterwards, and let's see what this event is. The Slippery Bridge. Oh wow, okay. So, while crossing a rickety wooden bridge, there is a sudden torrent of rain, massive gusts of wind buffet you, threatening to end your journey. So we can either overcome and blur is removed from our deck, or a random card gets removed. Yeah, it's a shame it's blur, but I guess it could have been better and it could have been worse, right? I don't even know what the options are if this can even hit one of your starter cards, because if it can hit one of your starter cards, then it's like, it is, yeah, it's kind of like a bit of a bit more than a coin flip that it hits one of your better cards, but I think I am just going to let it take blur, even though blur is a really nice card. I don't really want to risk it taking something like the upgraded haze or the pounce. I guess if it took the upgraded accelerant, I would be pretty upset as well. So I think we just let it have the blur. Don't lose any HP, and take it from there. So I think the way this has gone, I'm not sure we can take on 3 elites in quick succession. I'm just going to go to this campfire. I think we're going to upgrade the other accelerant. And continue up this path. Right, the Tea Master. Yeah, so I don't really think that having 2 strength in 5 combats for an extra 50 gold, it does hit all the elites. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it would. Essentially, this is 2 strength in the rest of our fights in the act, except for the boss. The boss being the Kaiser Crab. At the start of your next combat, upgrade your starting hand. It's a hallway fight, so it's not necessarily that great. Or in that next combat, we can just have 2 dazed. I mean, I really want to sort of save this gold for like card removal, relic purchasing. Like 150 gold is a lot of gold. So I'm going to try and just get through the next fight with the Tea of Discourtesy. And take it from there. So we've got the Chompers. Yeah, we were hoping that would have hit not a defend. So we should have thought about playing something else first. Oh, these guys have got artifacts. That's going to make it difficult for us to get poison on them. Yeah, we're going to have to wait. What are these? So we get more dazed anyway. Alright, let's use the prepared. Haze takes a layer of that off. Let's play the other accelerant. And that is fine. You can just block, block, block. Okay, so taking some damage here unless we use one of our potions. I think I'm fine using the block potion here. And let's go after for this guy. Yeah, I think we're going to be alright if we can kill one of them. Yeah, so after image hitting Flick Flack automatically here is pretty good. So what we can actually do is make this guy weak if we play Snake Bite first. Yeah, so we take less damage this way. Alright. We do full block. But we have got a lot of dazed in our draw pile now, yeah. This is very similar to the yeah, the 3 sentries fight in the amount of days that are getting put in. So it's a bit unfortunate that we've got this now. I think we do have to just play it though. Like, we can't take the risk. We need this to trigger to kill. Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately taking 11. But yeah, we needed the trigger. Hopefully we can draw something. Okay, that's going to be enough. Alright, tough fight. Enemies with artifacts. Difficult. Who would have known? Nightmare. Could we take Nightmare? Very powerful effect. I'm going to try it. Let's see how we go. Going into this elite though, I'm not particularly confident with 26 HP and 1 draw potion. Gurya, a very good relic, but not necessarily the relic that we want right now. Let's see who we get. Okay, so the Infested Prism. This guy gives energy when you attack. So, yeah, Survivor Haze. Do we want to draw? Okay. Alright, nice. So pounce. I think we have to put Deadly Poison on. Take 6. Okay, so definitely looking very likely that we're in need of something else in this deck. Right, but we've managed to get through this elite at least. Okay, Gremlin Horn's a nice one. Whenever an enemy dies, we gain an energy. Corrosive Wave. That is also a pretty good poison effect, but we haven't got much in the way of card draw. Let's try it. Alright, so 4 of these guys now. Yep, looking pretty likely that we're just dead here. To deal 6 more to you, then we can make you weak. We take 3. I'm going to put the poison on this guy. Okay, so we survive on one. Here, I think we still are struggling, right? If we play Accelerant, it's still only 3 damage they take. This really needs to hit Snakebite, right? So that we can then play Equilibrium. Oh, actually, what am I thinking? We can just Equilibrium defend, and we still block both of those guys. Yeah. Okay, and then, yeah, we get to Haze. Play out the powers now. And, yeah, we still now get there. Okay, so we get Explosive Potion. Ricochet. I think I will take a backflip, given that we picked up the Corrosive Wave. It's also a decent blocking option. Definitely going to rest here, though. And I think there's a possibility we even avoid this elite, right? So we're looking at going this way now. Because 22 HP probably means we're going to have to rest even at the next rest site. Right, let's see how we go. I think we can backflip first here. So this is the one that brings, yeah, it gets, essentially this is like minions. We can definitely backflip first because we've got extra energy from the T set. Play the after image. Right. Yeah, the fact that it's hit survivor means we can discard the haze now. And yeah, just we can play pounce. And ideally, we want to play nightmare on something. But we're not going to get it. So, yeah, let's play the defend. For free, because the skill, the 0 cost will just go away if we play the prepared first, so yeah, let's do that. Okay, well this isn't particularly great. So I think we're just going to concentrate on that guy though. We take 5. Oh, when they hatch, they go back to full HP. Oh no. Okay, so Accelerant. Right, 50-50 chance, but we don't really want a nightmare on the defend anyway. No, so we just play the defend, the nightmare. Probably not been a great pickup. Take 4. Right, so 12, poison, 12, 11, 10, 9, 23, and 19 is 42. Okay. Not so good. If we play this as well, I think that's going to get us there. Yeah. Chance we probably didn't need to play that, but yeah, I think it's better that we do. Right, definitely just, I think if we find some card draw, like if we get an acrobatics, I think we're alright. Just thinking all the way back to when we took the haze over the acrobatics that was upgraded. Would it have made any difference to us now? But this haze has been our main source of poison, so yeah, I think potentially not the best. Right, so every 3 times you apply poison, deal 11 damage. Jackpot, deal 25 damage, add 3 random 0 cost cards to your hand. 30 damage and upgrade it. That's, wow, that's an interesting card. But you can see the orrery where we'd look at 5 card rewards, which honestly wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing for us trying to find more draw discard, which we don't have any of here. Does unfortunately mean that that's all we're doing really. We could afford one more potion, like a power potion, Heart of Iron, or Dex potion if we did that. The mango, don't really want to pay for that. The toxic egg would have been much better earlier on. And I don't really want to pay for it because it doesn't do anything for us immediately. I think maybe our best option is looking at the orrery, because if we find... Yeah, like if we had 2 acrobatics in the deck, this deck would be absolutely fine. Especially with this corrosive wave now. Yeah, I'm going to do that rather than just removing a strike and buying a potion. Because there's nothing else we'd want to do other than this or this, right? Everything else is like very not what our deck is trying to do. Alright, so first one we can see we can get a blur back. I think we probably will take that. Alright, an Outbreak, Cloak and Dagger Slice, probably nothing from there. Alright, we see an Abrasive, a Sly card, Abrasive, gains Dexterity and Thorns. I think we probably will take that. Untouchable, another Sly card. Unfortunately, no draw discard effects though, so yeah, not necessarily the best. Let's pick up the Blur. Don't think we want any of these. I will take the Abrasive. I mean, we could take Untouchable, but again, we're not enabling Sly often enough. If we're upgrading a card at the moment, it's got to be the Prepared. Yeah, we don't want any of those. Don't want any of those. Don't want any of those. So not necessarily the best for us there, but I'm going to pick up this power potion in the hopes that that is going to be enough to get us through the act. Take a rest. And let's fight the Kaiser Crab. Oh yes, I forgot about the Stonecracker with its upgrades. So upgraded Blur, Equilibrium, and a Strike. Okay. Right, so yeah, this looks... I think I've only had this fight once, and I had a very powerful deck at the time. Definitely going to use this potion. Right, Master Planner. When you play a skill, it gains Sly. Serpent Form, dealing damage to a random enemy every card we play. We could play out the Power. When you play a skill, it gains Sly. Okay, I mean, that's not necessarily good. Because it's every time you play a skill. So every single card having Sly is not necessarily good for us, because we might always want to discard something, and it also, you have to play it, right? So yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Do we want Serpent Form or Abrasive then? I think possibly I'm going to go with Abrasive. Probably a chance we wanted to take the extra block there. Right. Crab Rage. When an ally dies, Crusher gains 5 strength and 99 block. Let's go after this guy first, I think. Right, so yeah, almost full blocking. Right, looks like they alternate. Pounce equilibrium here. Play the accelerant first. So when it's a power being discarded, does that still trigger Mummified Hand? It does. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so they're buffing over this side. Oof. Let's play the accelerant. Alright, so taking quite a big bump here. Okay, yeah, let's play Survivor, and so we can get Flick Flack out of the hands. Right, so all this guy's poison is gone. Yeah, let's just use the pounce to gain block. So we can take 1 or deal 6 damage. Just desperately need the poison cards to come through and him not to attack next turn, but we'll take 1. Okay, so 11. Alright, Corrosive Wave with the backflip works pretty well. We can retain Snake Bite. Wow. Is this going to be enough? 7, 6. Well, I mean, it's going to trigger all of them, isn't it? So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that's 3, 6, 10, 15, 21. Yeah, it's enough. Just with the pounce. Yeah, I should have remembered that. Okay, so we get there just about. Alright, tools of the trade. That is draw discard. Right, that is really going to help. Let's take that. Okay. Oh, what's this? I don't think I've seen this one yet. Darv, the Hoarder. Oh, right, yes, I unlocked this one recently. Where did I put? Oh, come and see my collection. Take anything from that pile over there and put it to good use. Wow, so we did take Snecko Eye. Snecko Eye's back. And these are like original boss upgrades. Boss swap. Boss relics from the first one. So Astrolabe, transform and upgrade. We can get 3 relics and a curse, but honestly I think Snecko Eye is just going to be better for us, right? Yeah, a lot of 3 cost, 2 cost. Just the extra card draw is really going to help, I think. So Snecko Eye hopefully is going to get us to the end of this run on Ascension 5. Interesting to note now, though, I don't really know how strong our deck is. I think it could be really, really strong. Or it could be not as good. anymore, but we'll see. So I think we probably want to look at some of these events, right? Generally speaking, most of the events are good. Definitely fighting this elite. Maybe question mark on that one, and then probably definitely fighting this one, right? 2 and maybe number 3. But yeah, 2 question mark is a probability here, and then we've obviously got this shop as well, which 105 gold. We haven't done too well for gold in this run, but we'll see how we get on. Let's go this way. Okay, living shield. All right, if this first draw is anything to go by, I think we're going to be fine. Let's start off by... So I believe that Nightmare copies the cost of things as well. We need to block for 21, which we can do pretty well, I think, with Equilibrium, Blur, Defend. Let's start with the Prepared, because we've got a very obvious card that we want to discard in this strike. Fantastic. Okay, so we rolled a Snakebite. I think we play the Accelerant first, because it's either going to hit... something we want to play. I mean, Nightmare Accelerant is good, but I don't think we need it. So it hit the Defend. Alright, well that's fine. Okay, let's pounce on the Living Shield. I'm going to Nightmare the Deadly Poison, because I think that's going to be 0 cost. That's nearly killing you this turn. And we do get the full block on. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be fine. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. So if this is anything to go by, I think we've definitely vastly improved the deck. And now with an Acrobatics. Amazing. Okay, this or that. So we can add a Clumsy to get a Relic, or lose 6 HP and gain 66 gold. We're not really looking at a shop, like, it's an optional shop. So let's just take this Clumsy. Like, the fact that it's ethereal is not that bad, and with the extra card draw of Snecko Eye, plus the Acrobatics, I think we'll be alright with the Clumsy. So let's see what relic we get. It's an old coin, that's a bit ironic. Let's hope this question mark is a shop. I mean, we probably are going to go to that shop now, right? Rather than fighting the elite. But we will see how we get on. I'm going to Nightmare the Tools of the Trade for free here. Immediately. Play the backflip. Right, so we need to block for 24. The best option is 13 by just playing Equilibrium, which means we will take some damage. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Obviously, playing the Equilibrium not so great, but these tools of the trade are going to really help by hopefully making most of the rest of our hand free. Let's go after the one that's already buffed itself. We can't play all of these, so we might as well. Is it better to make you weak? It'll be 2. It'll be saving 4, right? So no, because we can block. Alright, 14, so we're taking 6, unfortunately. Alright, that's great. Discard that. And then these 2. I have 4 cards to discard. I guess one of the accelerants can go. Let's see what this hits. Okay, so Corrosive Wave, that's fine. 3 poison. So if we do this prepared, it's definitely killing you, but we're taking huge amounts of damage from these guys. The other option is to not do that and still take more damage, because we can still only block for 10. So let's do this and hopefully we draw something that's like free, which we don't, but we still kill one. Ouch. Right, good news is we get to play Abrasive, Haze. We're going to discard the Clumsy, we're not going to see it again. That's the win. Right. Two very contrasting fights there. One where we absolutely ruled, and the other one where it wasn't very good. Let's go with the Haze. It's more sly poison. Take your time. Navigating through an endless sea of corpses, you find a mad scientist scavenging for various scraps. Yes, hi, hello. You look like a capable fighter. I need a tester for my atrocity device. How about it? Create a custom card for to add to your deck, and you can't refuse him. This is interesting. So we can make a power or make a skill. All right. Well, I think given that we've got Mummified Hand, we make a power. So we can either, at the end of combat, upgrade a random card, or gain 2 strength dexterity. Let's go with the upgrade random card power. Very nice. What does it upgrade to? Oh, it becomes innate on the upgrade, right. I think I'm going to have to rest again, which isn't necessarily the best thing we want to be doing, but just immediately going into this elite fight, I feel like that is our best option. Alright, 25, you say. Let's go. Right, if we play that, we're not going to get the acrobatics off. Let's just do the survivor and get rid of Flick Flack first. We're not going to copy either of those. Right, acrobatics and Haze, great. Do we Nightmare Tools of the Trade now? I think we're probably gonna... Maybe actually Nightmare Snakebite is better. Because it's definitely free. And we do want to play this so we don't take damage. But yeah, we're going to get 3 free Snakebites to play next turn. Right, let's get rid of Bird Sweep now. It's not the best. Prepared. Did you? Right. Pounce. Okay. Possibility we're using the weak potion. Alright. Very happy that that hit a defend. So we only take 1. Right, after image first. It's equilibrium. We can actually play out all of these, right? We take 11. We take 1. And we win. Right, cool. Captain's Wheel, very nice. I'll take a calculated gamble now, definitely. Okay. Mercury Hourglass. Decent damage. Earlier would have been better. Anyway, right, so coming in to the shop with a lot of gold, thanks to the old coin pickup. We've got another backflip. Eternal Armor, gain 7 plating or gain 9 plating. Centennial Puzzle, drawing cards. Sparkling Rouge, giving us strength and dexterity. Okay, or we can pick up this Kifuda. Upon pickup, enchant up to 3 cards with Adroit, which means gain 3 block. Okay, well, I mean, it's pretty interesting with cards that don't say block already, and cards that we want to play. So I think we're probably going to pick that up. I think we're also going to remove a strike, and I know it's a bit strange because we've got this curse, but honestly a clumsy is fine because it exhausts, being ethereal. Possibly backflip as well. So how much gold is that? 232 takes us down to 251. 151. So we're going to have just about 100 gold-ish, so we can afford a potion. Don't want this impatience. Could afford one of these cards as well, but honestly, probably better off just looking at potions. Maybe skill potion, block potion, replace the strength potion. Yeah. Right, let's do this and think about which cards we want to block. So cards that we want to play anyway that don't already block. So snake bites, maybe. Haze. And acrobatics? Pounce? Yeah, let's put it on Pounce, Haze, and Snakebite. So, Pounce, Haze, Snakebite. Right, cool. Strike. And then, yeah, I think we're going to get rid of this to buy block and skill potions. And then we're all spent up. Alright, the Owl Magistrate. Right, this looks like a pretty decent turn 1. Yeah, so we can draw all of them. There's nothing here we really want to nightmare. So let's prepare first. So we're taking 2, unfortunately. There really isn't anything that we want to nightmare in this hand, not at these costs, so... I think there's a possibility that we just calculate a gamble and hopefully the mad science will come back around. Because we get to play the abrasive. Yeah. Gonna backflip. Let's play Pounce. Let's play Blur for free. And let's play the haze as well. Both the accelerants right at the bottom. Right, accelerants. Haze. Accelerant. 2 strikes. $33 damage, you say? That's a little bit offensive. Okay, let's start with backflip. Neutralize takes it down to 24. So we're taking 9 here. Probably going to have to rest again. Don't really want to use these potions just yet. Okay, so I just realised Nightmare is has an excellent target in Mad Science. The problem being that we play it now, we're taking a lot more damage. There's not really an option to not take the damage yet. Probably if we do that and then play Mad Science, it's going to give us a random 1-0 cost, which isn't great for us, but I'm happy to use the block potion for this. Yeah, getting several upgraded cards for the price of losing our potion, one of our potions. Okay, so hopefully this is going to hit something good. Okay, yeah, so it hits it. Hitting themselves is fine. One hitting the pounce is clutch. And the other one hitting haze. Okay, so let's play pounce. Acrobatics for free. Discard the upgraded haze. We should be fine now. Non-upgraded haze. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so we get there, and we get 4 upgraded cards from that combat. That's pretty nice, given that we've had to... Yeah. And we get a potion back, even though it's not a great potion. So we could take Dagger Throw, maybe. But I don't think it's necessary. Untouchable is here again. I think I am going to take this one. Resting another time. And our last elite. Okay, so the Knights. I'd really like this to hit Corrosive Wave, please. Oh, what a great start. Yeah, definitely the haze. And then we can survive the Flick Flack. Unfortunately, we can't play Blur in that situation, though. So the Accelerant, we've got 16 poison on them already. I think I would prefer to play the Blur. Okay, well they're mostly just dead next turn anyway. And they are dead, so we'll just Mad Science. Right, well that one went well. Yeah, that went very well. Okay, so we get Prepared upgraded. I think I like the Energy Potion over the Strength Potion. Bronze Scales is fine. Another Blur. I think we're good. I think we're alright for another Blur. Okay, so these guys have got Artifact on them as well. Tools of the trade for free. Accelerant for free. Punch cross construct is going to block. These guys are going to buff, so I think we probably want to prioritize killing those guys. I was hoping to take a layer of artifact off and play the deadly poison, but honestly, we still might be able to, actually. We can. Wow, okay, great. Let's attack you with that one. It's Nightmare After Image. Okay, it's fine. Alright, let's play all the After Image out. Let's calculate a gamble. Okay, we have actually managed to get a lot of block there, so that's good. Right, and they all die. And we get an upgraded blur before the end. Is Master Planner good now? I think it is with Tools of the Trade. On the extra discard that we've got. So we take the Master Planner. We got some really good upgrades already, but I honestly just think we rest. Get our HP as high as possible for the boss fight. Forgetting about Stonecracker as well. This has been a really good relic for the boss fights. Just upgrading things. Yeah, generally has been really, really good. Okay, so let's play Mad Science first. I'm actually going to Nightmare the Haze. I probably want to play Tools of Trade over Master Planner, but we can actually, I've just realised, play both if we just use this. So let's play it like this. Yeah, and then we get all the impacts, the benefits, etc. Let's try and look at playing the skill potion next turn. Okay, so we should be good for damage with these upgraded hazes. Unfortunately, that one is bound. Let's hope this doesn't hit one of the bound cards. And it doesn't. Okay, nice. I think we want to go Corrosive Wave into Prepared. Alright, that's fine. Alright, and yet also having 9 thorns, by the way, that's pretty good, right? Ah, of course, because we played that defend, it now has Sly. This is bound, but we're going to get Sly triggers galore, so... Yeah, that seems pretty good. Prepared. Get rid of haze. Oh, corrosive wave as well. Oh, didn't think about that, but never mind, because we can discard here. Right, and I think that will be the win. Yeah. Didn't even need the skill potion. Okay. Very nice. Longest effort yet, but I think we needed to take the extra time there. It was quite tough in the early stages, trying to put the deck together. But we got there. We got there. Okay, onward on the Ascension path. GG.